Hi, my name is Andy Leroux, and I'm a branch manager here in Vallen, Canada. Joining me today is Angela Hurkot from 3M, and we're going to review one of 3M's newest products.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me. So I'm here today with the 3M Secure Click Respirator, and it's relaunched in Canada. And it is different from all of our other products in the half-face portfolio. So Andy, what do you notice first about this respirator?
Probably the first thing I noticed right off the top is definitely the cartridge style. Definitely has a different connection.
Absolutely. It's got a completely redesigned connection point. So instead of what you might be familiar with, our bayonet style connection, we've gone to a click style, hence the name Secure Click. So now you can actually hear that connection sound.
Gotcha. So what is the benefit of changing from one style to the other?
So back when 3M used threaded connections, we wanted to innovate that because there was a lot of problems with threading. You could cross-thread the connection, you could create gaps in the seal, and we went to the bayonet style, but it still isn't simple enough. What we found with the Secure Click is if you can do a seatbelt buckle up, you can put your cartridge on.
Perfect.
So it's just more simple for the worker.
Right. Okay, no, that's fantastic.
What else do you notice that's a bit different?
Probably the next thing I noticed is, I was playing this a little bit earlier, and I noticed that there's kind of a button here at the front of the respirator.
Good point.
That is definitely not on any of the previous styles.
That is a completely new feature to the Secure Click product, and I'm so glad you mentioned that because it's one of the pieces of feedback that I've been getting from end users that they really love. So with the cartridge, what do you notice about kind of the difference between the old style kind of combination cartridge and the new style? Anything?
Well, I think probably the first thing I noticed is that they're angled.
They are.
They've definitely got a different profile.
They do have a different profile. They are designed to sit a little bit lower on the face, which changes the weight of the face piece.
Okay.
And then we've also got airflow going through both sides. But what happened there is that presented a problem with checking negative pressure seal checks because we can't cover both sides. We would need to have 4 hands to do that.
Right.
So now we can install our cartridge, and I'll take that one off you. And to do our negative pressure seal check, we'll just push this button and it will cut off airflow here in the inhalation valves, and we'll be able to get that negative pressure check.
Right.
Absolutely. Great. A lot of other great things about this product, but I guess one of the things that customers have really been asking for is this speaking diaphragm.
Right. It's definitely, you definitely have a muffled sound on the old style for sure.
Absolutely. If I were to put this on and try to talk to you, Andy, it would be absolutely brutal.
You might sound like Darth Vader.
I might, and you wouldn't know what I was saying. But one of the comments we got from the field is that workers need to be able to communicate, and they need to be able to communicate in a half-face respirator. So I'll show you this piece of technology. We've put that speaking diaphragm in there, and now it's the first half-face respirator on the market with a speaking diaphragm, which is awesome.
Wow. Very cool. So Angela, one of the questions we often get from our clients is, how do we know the face seal is fitting properly? It seems to be a big concern in the workplace.
Yeah, 100%. That's a huge challenge that we need to overcome. And what 3M has done with this respirator is incorporated that into the design.
Okay.
So when you look at the respirator itself, you'll notice that there is a larger surface area on the seal.
Right.
This is key because we've redesigned this to help fit a larger variety of face shapes and sizes. The other question that your customers probably have is, how do we get the face piece to fit better with eyewear? And you'll see that there's this accordion style or flex seal on the nose bridge, which will help it sit lower on the nose and fit better with eyewear as well.
Well, I happen to have eyewear on, so this is very convenient to test.
Absolutely.
And it seems to work just fine.
That's perfect. And one thing we want to talk about as well is just having that end user feel really comfortable adjusting the face piece and getting it to fit well. We have created little toggles on the buckles so that it's very easy to loosen. You just pull the straps to tighten and squeeze the buckle to loosen.
Perfect.
Everything we're doing is designed to make this respirator super easy to wear and to fit well.
Nice. I'm going to actually demonstrate the kind of the most important feature of this half mask, and that's in relation to the old style to the new style and the impact that the speaking diaphragm has on it.
Absolutely, Andy. So what I've got on is our 6500 quick latch respirator. And it's a great respirator. A lot of customers are probably on it right now because of this quick latch feature, keeping other PPE on. But when I'm in a contaminated zone, I may not be able to communicate very well with my coworkers. So is communication key in your end user worksite?
And now we're going to show you the feature of the speaking diaphragm with the new respirator. And you will notice it's quite a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're on a work site and you need to be wearing a respirator and potentially communicating with your coworkers or answering a cell phone call, this is definitely the respirator that you want to wear. The speaking diaphragm allows the noise of my voice to pass through without allowing any contaminants to get into the respirator.
You're definitely coming through a lot clearer.
Much
no
clearer.
So Angela, some of the feedback we get from our clients is after wearing a half mask respirator for a long period, because some of these guys are wearing these all day, they're uncomfortable, and in some cases they're a little bit hard to breathe through.
Yeah, I totally get that concern, Andy, and that's one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we received when we asked the end user. So one challenge that we have tried to address with the dual airflow in the cartridge is to provide much better breathability. In a typical negative pressure respirator, we're using our lungs to do all the hard work. So you can imagine after a long day of work of using your lungs to bring that air through the filter media,
Yeah.
it takes a definite toll on your body. So with air flowing through both sides now on the Secure Click cartridge, we've reduced the resistance of airflow and just made it way easier to breathe. And if you have customers wearing respirators for 8 to 10 hours a day, they're going to definitely notice a difference in this cartridge.
Fantastic. So some of those customers who are already in your models, so whether it's the 6000 series or the 7000 series, what are their options if they want to go to this style of respirator?
Absolutely. So they are free to move up to the quick latch respirator. If they're comfortable with one of our older series of respirators, excellent. But if they're having some of the challenges that we've addressed today, such as communication, breathability, fit, and comfort, then they can absolutely leverage our trade-in, trade-up program, which is available on existing 3M customers only until June. So if you can take advantage of that, great. Okay. And then after June, we can trade up and trade out any competitive respirator product using the 3M trade out program. And how that works is we just take a look at your customer's workforce, how many employees they have using respiratory products, and provide new face pieces to that company directly from 3M.
Wow, that sounds fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. The only thing they need to purchase then is the consumables, so the cartridges and filters that make sense for them. And we can always help you select those as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. This was a real pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.